I got started, I wanted to talk a bit about my thoughts on where things last left off. So you can see uh, the date of the last save right at the top of the screen there. So if you haven't gotten to that point in the game and you would like to avoid spoilers, or if you would just like to avoid spoilers in general, I'll give you about 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, 10 seconds, sorry. 10 seconds from when I finish this uh, warning to navigate away and avoid uh, any sort of information you might not want. All right. So, um, as part of the operation last month, I mean, if you haven't been paying close attention, or if you're not concerned about the spoilers, we did lose Shinji, and that hit really hard. But it also started to turn a lot of gears, right? In terms of what's going on and thinking about problems, right? And two sort of recurring themes, um, entities really came up when thinking about what happened with Shinji. And the first is Strega, right? And Strega themselves are fairly mysterious to begin with, and we don't, at this stage, even still know too much about them. But we can make certain assertions based on other information that we have. Presumably, they're in some way related to the Kirijo group. We know that in part because we heard that the shadow countermeasures that were being developed around the time where they were researching the shadows before the accident, um, but they weren't done preparing the countermeasures in time, which could explain why they have things like prototype evoker and maybe even the access to the standard one as well. It explains some of the things that we've heard from Takaya about um, how things were before, right? But their involvement as part of the countermeasure from the past doesn't explain everything, right? In theory, they have to have some kind of active connection with the Kirijo group because if they only had the medicine for suppressing personas, whatever was available at the time, they um, whatever was available at the time of the accident, right? Like if they just collected what they could and left, that wouldn't necessarily, in fact, that wouldn't almost certainly be enough to basically provide for two people for at least a year. Because we don't know how long Chidori's been a part of the group or how long they were providing medication to Shinji. All we know for certain is that in the case of Shinji, it did become a regular thing. And the implication is that for Chidori, it has been a regular thing for as long as she's had her persona. Now, with Shinji, we know that he wouldn't have been taking them for, I think it was more than like 2 years. I believe it was 2 years ago was when they had said the incident where he lost control of his persona took place. So he can't have been taking them for more than 2 years. So the best guess is maybe a year, maybe a little more than a year, but it certainly can't be more than like 23 months. Um, but to have that kind of supply, right? To have a supply viable for two people with literally no concern about giving it to someone they just met, right? Like they did not, it did not appear like they had a pre existing connection with Shinji. They just sort of ran into him and made a deal, right? And they were willing to part with a portion of the medicine that they had for this in exchange for some kind of service. So, what we know as a result of that is they almost certainly had a steady supply. It couldn't have just been whatever was left over when they left after like 10 years ago, right? It wouldn't explain how they still have so much. Um, and on top of that, sort of additional um, oddity is, I mean, what we know about Chikaya is a little less limited than what we know about Jin. Um, we know he can use his persona without the need for an evoker, and he attributes that to um, not requiring a demonstration of resolve, I believe was how he phrased it. So if we consider that, then we know that much like our protagonist, he has some kind of unusual um, power within the dark hour that goes beyond that of a normal persona user. But we also know, based on what we've seen, that he's only ever used the persona on shadows, right? In the one instance we saw him use it, he used it on a shadow that we were struggling with, but he doesn't seem to use that in his routine killings. He's comfortable using a handgun. And the implication that behind him using the handgun in the dark hour is that he's at least aware enough to, because it's like not even a silenced gun, right? So he's using the dark hour in place of like mechanical subtlety, which would imply that the sort of lack of security at the dorm is not actually a problem. At the very least, outside of the dark hour, he wouldn't go by to shoot people up because, at least outside of the dark hour, he's concerned about the noise. Now, granted, the implication from how he handled Shinji and Amada indicates that he's not willing to try and take on the whole of C's unless he has to. So I think the odds of him just marching in there are still fairly low. That, of course, could change, but at the moment, it seems to me as though he is far more. He prefers tactics that don't require him to charge into the enemy base. Like in the first night where he confronted Seas, he and Jin just sort of locked us in like an abandoned facility with the expectation that that would probably be dissuasive enough or potentially allow the shadow to escape or something. And then I mean Chidori obviously has been using her own persona to run interference on our ability to find the targets. Uh, but that's sort of one of the things that I had been thinking about in terms of one of the sort of repeating mysteries that came up when thinking about Shinju's death was just Strega and the weirdness that is inherent to Strega, right? Because if we assume that they were just, you know, originally at least one of them was working with um, the Kiricho group back during the initial Shadow investigation and took a bunch of gear with him when he left, which seems to be implied by the fact that Jin didn't recognize the prototype evoker. The the subsequent questions that come up are, like, okay, well then how do you have a steady supply of suppressants for Chidori and enough afterwards to give them freely to Shinji, right? Him walking away from that with a pair of evokers plus the prototype and maybe a fistful of medicine I could see, or even a backpack full. But I mean, again, we're talking about 10 years since then, and he was able to steadily supply two people for more than likely a period of a year or more. So it doesn't seem likely that he's completely without connections. In theory, somebody is almost certainly supplying him with additional medicine or the materials to make it, right? The evoker, maybe. Maybe he could have walked away with enough to, equip his future comrades when he encountered them. But the medicine just sort of doesn't sit right. The second entity that kept coming back has been Ikutsuki-san. And in the last stream, I talked about have it like I had beef because he knew about the whole thing with Amada and Shinji, but just didn't think it was relevant. And I mean, so too did, like, technically Akihiko and Mitsuru knew about it as well, but when it occurred to Akihiko that it was currently relevant, he ran off to find them immediately because he knew that it if he was right, then things were going to be very, very ugly. But I mean, and Mitsuru was just kind of slow on the uptake. But apparently Ikutsuki-san knew the whole time and never thought to address it, right? And the thing is, right, there are a lot of security issues and just issues in general with how Seas is currently operating, and that originally probably wasn't considered to be a big deal, right? Because we're talking about like a student dorm that is operating outside an hour when people can generally perceive their environment, um, uh, in conflict with a series of inhuman monsters that we don't know everything about. But for the most part, up until recently, they didn't seem to be particularly intelligent, right? Up until the train situation, there was never any indication that the shadows were really capable of planning, right? They never executed any kind of complicated plans. They didn't seem to do anything that would indicate that there was like a higher intelligence governing how they operated. So, on top of that, like the first full moon shadow we dealt with clearly like just kind of tried to bust down the door to get in to attack, right? It just went with brute force. So, and it took several attempts to actually get through. So clearly the sturdiness isn't a factor. It's just not designed to deal with like any kind of intelligent infiltration, as indicated when Chidori just kind of walked Junpei up to the roof. And we don't know anything about Chidori's persona in terms of exactly what it can do. We know that it's like um, Fuga's in the sense that it is better suited to navigation and support as opposed to actual combat. We know it's capable of concealment in some regards, right? Like when Jin and Takaya first locked us in the deprecated military base, we at this point know that Chidori was concealing their presence from our detection methods. Now, obviously, that didn't do a thing in terms of keeping them hidden physically. It just meant that the instruments that we would use to detect them weren't capable of doing so because there was interference. But it's not clear whether that means under her influence, a person could become literally invisible. I mean, clearly not. She's not capable of doing that to like a shadow, right? Because if she could just make it so that we were completely incapable of detecting a shadow, they would have done that, and we wouldn't have been able to kill any of the shadows that we've hunted in the past like 3 full moons, right? So if her capabilities regarding people are the same, then it would be fairly safe to conclude that she's not capable of concealing their, you know, the reflection of light off them or the sounds that they make. She can't conceal their physical presence. She can only hide them from personas and instruments designed to detect them. So, how this all leads back to Ikutsuki-san is in the incident where Junpei got brought up to the roof. Ikutsuki-san was basically in the command center, as he often heads during these missions, supposedly. Um, and that is basically right below the roof. He did not detect, was unaware that she brought Junpei in there all the way up to the roof. Now, this doesn't really make sense for a couple of reasons. The first being the roof is right above the command center, one, and she wasn't really making an effort to keep Junpei quiet. In fact, realistically, if she knew where the command center was, for her intention, it would have made more sense to take him to the command center and from there, like, issue the command, like, to have us abandon the mission, right? But instead, she went up to the roof, and the instruments weren't capable of detecting her, and Fuka wasn't capable of detecting her. But it seems pretty clear that she and Junpei were both visible and audible to anyone, within a reasonable distance. And you would think if Akutsuki-san is just in the command room below, then when Junpei was, complaining about the situation, there wouldn't really be a reason that he couldn't have heard him. But he had no idea that either of them were there. And then the thing that just happened with Shinji and Amada, and he apparently knew about the circumstances that led to that. And he knew that they were both missing before the operation, but he just sort of went home and didn't say anything, right? And it's a little weird and concerning. But we also don't know one very important thing about Akutsuki-san, and that has to do with why he is perceptive during the dark hour, right? Because we know that there are some people who wind up in Tartarus because they're lured there by shadows, but they aren't normally perceptive during the dark hour. That's clearly not the case with Akutsuki-san. And though he has said that there are people who are aware during the dark hour but don't have the power of persona, to this date, he is the only example. And we're essentially taking his word that he has no such power of persona. Which is hard to imagine, right? Because there's just not another example. And the thing about, like, the thing about accidents like the one, or incidents, I suppose, accidents is the right word. The thing about accidents, like, not realizing that Junpei was brought to the roof by the enemy, or, you know, not realizing that Amada and Shinji were in a rather tense situation. That sort of thing because of doesn't happen when you plan well, right? That doesn't happen when you're doing all the things you're supposed to. Those sort of accidents happen when you take for granted things that you probably shouldn't. Um, when you don't consider things that are very relevant. For example, he said he was going to get more info on Strega. Well, that was months ago. And to date, as observers for like as spectators, right? The player, we know more about Strega from the few scenes we've seen of them than Akutsuki-san has provided over 3 months. And it it just all of it seems really weird, right? He seems to take like a really laid back attitude in regards to how he presents himself. When it became clear that we now had, you know, opposition from a group of literal human beings that were capable of moving around and acting in broad daylight, he did not once consider that it might be a good idea, or he did not express at any point that the dorm's absolute lack of security against a human intruder was a problem. He admitted to knowing like the nonsense that was going on with Shinji and Amada. He knew all about all that, but he didn't say anything. Like it didn't occur to him that it was an issue. He just sort of eagerly accepted Amada's application into C's, despite the fact that he is an elementary student. And I mean, obviously, there are issues with the way C's is run, in that child persona users are exclusively the frontline force for understanding and dealing with this the threat of the shadows and the exploration of Tartarus. But the the long and short of this whole explanation, this whole 30-minute spiel, is that there has to be some kind of active connection between Strega and the Kirijo group, or an entity that worked with the Kirijo group. And something about what Ikutsuki-san overlooks is concerning. If not concerning, then suspicious, but concerning at the very least. But with that, let's continue. We'll continue with the Hanged Man Arcana. They formalize the divorce.
I can't take it anymore. Mom and Dad just keep fighting. I begged them to stop fighting so much, but they told me to leave them alone. I made up my mind. I have to run away from home.
For the record, this is grossly irresponsible and I do not condemn this.
Megan
No.
and I'm running
But
away.
yes.
I made up my mind. I better start packing soon. Hey, what should I bring if I'm running away from home? I need lots of snacks, right? And my insurance card?
I mean, you're gonna need more than that. You need, like,
What? Okay, maybe my PJ. Either way, don't worry. I'm gonna miss. When I run away, Mom and Dad will have to work together to find me. This is gonna be great. I gotta make sure I'm ready to go.
for the record, this is a terrible idea because if they're fighting that much, then the implication is that rather than
I see you're back.
work together, they're more likely to. That's more likely to drive them apart, basically. They'll start blaming each other for their own failings in terms of why their child is missing. Like, that's sort of difficult to explain to said child. I forgot to get this finished. Recordings. I don't know. Alright, let's take Cora more of a look. Alright. I'm sort of hoping to bump into.
I finally caught up. You're too fast, Koromaru. Don't go running at top speed like that. My legs aren't long enough. Senpai, is it alright if I rest a bit? I wanted to apologize for causing so much trouble, making everyone worry about me. I lost something very precious, but in exchange, I gained something just as important. That's why I think I'll be alright on my own now. Thank you for bringing me along today. Oh, there you are! Guess it's about time. Huh? Looks like Koromaru's got something.
Oh, nonsense.
Wonder what this is. I'm curious where it came from, but it's getting late. We should head back. Alright, this time I'm not gonna lose. Let's go, Koromaru!
I mean, you did gain perspective. At a hell of a cost, though.
It's amazing commodity. I'm going to do it. Good. Not bad.
I'll take it.
Bang. Bub.
See what. Okay, so let's go and talk more with Hyacinth.
Yo.
This is so good. I am so lucky I get to eat such amazing food. Should I bring some home? If I do, I'd have to pay for it.
I mean, I'll spot you. You're clearly in dire straits, and I am.
It's fine. I should be able to cover it.
A high school student. I mean, when you think about it, right, it's like he's sitting next to a high school student that has 5,000 on him, right? Like 500,000 yen is roughly, like it's roughly like 5,000 USD, right? So
Oh, by the way, about my mom.
it's a ridiculous amount to just have.
She's gonna be out of the hospital soon.
That's great
That's when I was
news.
finally getting the hang of taking care of everyone myself.
Is she
And guess
better?
what else?
Though?
My teammates offered to help me with the kids too. They even said to pick my sister up from preschool. I guess everyone's been worried about me.
I mean, who
And
wouldn't?
there I was, total tunnel vision, trying to do everything on my own. In the end, maybe it was my fault the team couldn't work together.
I mean, it's the kind of thing to reflect on, right? I don't know because I wasn't there.
Honestly, that's reassuring to hear from you. I feel a lot better about everything now that I know how everyone really feels. I'm having fun just running laps. Body feels light as a feather now. Oops, guess I kind of started rambling there. Sorry, but I gotta get going. Take it easy.
Yeah, catch you
Don't
later.
forget, I'm only able to focus on training again because you had my back. And I feel great, so thanks, buddy.
Glad to be a friend. Look at the upcoming news.
Later.
Welcome back.
I'm evidently doing quite well. Although I have yet again neglected to go pick up Spanish.
Excuse me. Yes. I have detected a gaze upon us for an estimated 7 minutes now.
Well, if it's not Koromaru, then it is Amada.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to watch. Was I bothering you? Thanks. I was just curious what it's like to study for an exam.
Okay.
Is it alright if I study with you? If it isn't too much trouble, I mean.
My data states that elementary school does not feature regular examinations. Is this information inaccurate?
I imagine it depends on where you're educated.
No, you're right. We don't really have tests that we need to study a whole week in advance for. Sorry, if you're not okay with it, I can just... Oh, thank you. I'll go get my workbooks now.
Next question. What is the term used to describe the property of having zero electrical resistance?
Oh, I know! Superconductivity!
Correct, Amada-san.
That's quite a term for elementary.
I just happened to see it on TV. It was an ultimate technique in Featherman. Not that I care about that stuff.
Right.
Oh, sorry, Koromaru. I guess I was being a little loud. Let's get back to studying.
It appears that Amada-san has entered a state of non-REM sleep. He is in a deep slumber.
So not a restful moment.
Sleeping here may cause his body temperature to decline sharply, risking illness. Shall we wake him?
Let's get him somewhere where he can
Understood.
sleep
I wonder
properly.
what kind of dreams Amada-san will have. Let's transport him carefully to prevent waking. I will accompany you on the way to his room.
And then we have exams, and then after exams, we go straight into exploring cars. Or at least that's the plan. Alright. One sec, gotta take care of something, be right back. Sorry about that. So let's start by getting and planting the spinach. Then we can think about what to do.
Welcome. Take your time looking.
It really is the case. Lost everything.
Never feel like miserable. Please. Never knew my thinking this will last forever. Baby, stay with me.
I'm open.
I gotta say no, you're a loser over me. I never feel like so different now.
Then why are you still here? Alright, well. I know when Amada came by, there was clearly a little bit of identification. Let me check to see if there is any potential vending machines I might have missed. I'd like to think the answer is no, but I mean, if it is, it doesn't explain
Never feel like so miserable.
what that last set of drinks I don't have.
This will last forever. Baby, stay with me. You gotta say no, you're a loser over me.
Increase.
I never feel like so different now.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like we've been far apart. Who's your life? Might need to turn out.
it might be at this stage. I don't think they're
It doesn't seem like it will last forever. My life.
There's
In your eyes, just dial in your
okay, this is
note.
yep. No. Okay, Oh, right. Yeah. I'm not that concerned in terms of items. I would argue that generally SP restoration is better to get a steady supply of.
Marvelous. I'm looking forward to it.
Drinks.
I've been waiting for you. Oh my.
Yep. Let's see.
Are you accepting a request?
Glasses. Anyone in
Marvelous. By all means. Very well then.
let's I mean, at the very least, there doesn't seem to be an immediate solution. So let's try to move this forward. I mean, it's not gonna. Alright. Well, that'll at least do it for next time.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. Let's, hang out with
Yo.
this.
I owe you. Sorry I'm late. I ran into some unexpected trouble. All right, here goes. Back me up, would you?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna make pancakes. Think you can help? I guess you could say I've got a craving. I used to eat them all the time at the orphanage. I know they sell frozen ones nowadays, but nothing beats freshly cooked, right?
There is something great about freshly cooked pancakes.
You think so? I just thought more would be better than less.
Okay, but
Well, let's go on and get started. Okay, first things first. What exactly do we do first?
alright, well, normally you're gonna want a set of wet ingredients and dry ingredients.
I think the recipe said to use lots of butter and to regulate the pan's temperature with a damp washcloth. Wait, we put a washcloth in the pan? Won't it burn?
Batter, Akihiko. You need batter first.
You sure? Thanks. I don't know how to cook anything besides the stuff I use for bodybuilding. I can break the
can
eggs
see
and
that
mix
now.
the batter. I'll leave the actual cooking part to you. Oh, so that's how you use the washcloth. How about we add some protein powder? Hey, don't look at me
Oh,
like that.
hold on.
Oh, I better go get the plates. All right, I think this will be enough.
Are you feeding it? Are you feeding the entire boxing team?
Oh, check it out.
Like, we have like
Wow.
8
look at all the
people here.
pancakes. I knew something smelled good.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
One of
We
them's
can eat
Igus.
once I bring them out.
Igus eat food.
Would you mind getting
Is
everyone
there a
else?
problem if Igus eats food?
Okay.
Whoa, it's like a Tartarus of pancakes.
Hold on.
Did the two of you make all of these yourselves?
I don't. know that there's anything that would be inherently harmful to dogs.
Yeah, although this guy was the one who cooked them. I said I had a hankering, but we might have made too much. I like pancakes, but no way I can eat all of these myself. If you guys could pitch in, that'd be great.
So you like pancakes too, Sonata-san?
Thank you. I can't wait to have some. I'll make some tea. I've got some leaves that'd be great for the occasion.
It's pancake party time, as they say.
Who says?
The flavor brings a smile to my face.
them all day.
What's the
Say it.
difference
Oh, yeah?
between
Here.
pancakes
What
and
are you,
hot
the
dogs?
chairman?
Thanks for the pancakes. They were really good. Tasted like a lot of care went into them. If you ever make some again, I'd like to help out too.
For as many as we made, they sure did disappear fast.
That is surprising. I mean, those stacks had to be at least 12 pancakes
Cooking's not
high,
really one of my strong points.
36. I mean, for 9 people, that means if each person ate 4.
A certain someone would
Those
always
were-
say, if you pour protein powder on the ingredients, then you shouldn't be in the kitchen, dumbass. Most of the time, I only ever got to watch someone else cook, so I never really learned myself. Anyways, thanks for helping out today. I'm hoping that cheered everyone up a little. Yeah, pretty much. They did things like this back when I was at the orphanage. I just wanted to recreate it. My sister used to cry all the time there. But the pancakes always brought a smile to her face.
Okay, we're about to get heavy.
Do you remember that medal you found in the package from my parents?
Yeah.
My sister, Miki. She made that back when we were at the orphanage. Based on the letter that came with it. I guess my parents found it when they were cleaning. Miki was gonna give that to me after we learned I was getting adopted out and leaving. But then that fire happened right after. And this medal was all that was left of her. Apparently, Miki used to always say she wanted to thank me for being so strong and kind. She was really quiet, and she'd always be following me around. I don't really remember doing anything special for her, but I guess she was relying on me as her older brother. Seeing that medal made me think, would my sister be proud of who I am now? Am I really strong and kind enough to deserve that medal? If I'm being honest, I don't really know what it means to be strong or kind. Everyone who's ever said that to me has left without telling me the most important part. You saw how I was today. This is all I'm capable of right now. I haven't grown at all since I was a kid. They'd laugh if they saw me now. Maybe my sister would say that. But you know not everyone would cut me that much slack. I realized I'd just been running away all this time, making excuses about having my own problems. But from now on, I'm gonna protect it all. We promised we'd become strong together. I won't let him down. Thanks, I really appreciate that. I'll be counting on you next time. The point of this whole thing was to cheer everyone up. And yet I'm the one getting supported here.
I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, but we are basically only a little over a week outside the death of your childhood friend, like one of your last childhood friends. You really needed support. Like, there's no way you didn't.
You know, I think you're the kind of person my sister would have looked up to. All right, that's enough talking about the past. Let's hurry up and finish clean. Well, I ran into that group of punks on my way home from shopping today. There were even more of them this time. And one guy managed to get a good hit in.
I knew it.
Don't worry though, I didn't do anything that would get me in trouble with the police. I just let them throw as many punches as they wanted until they got tired and gave up. I thought I could dodge them all, but I guess I've still got room to improve.
Thus exams begin. The symptom of his overproduction. Addiction wouldn't be a symptom, it would be what's happening. Apathy syndrome doesn't make sense here either. It's gotta be one of these two. I think it's excessive ego. Oh, well. I am wrong. Can't be right all the time. That I believe is Pythagoras. Superconductivity. Spill the beans. And at the end of this, we'll let them know. Well, I had one miss. Let's should be
Oh, hi. So, I tried putting my thoughts in order. I was so confused last time. I couldn't find the right words. I've said before, but I have a bad habit of thinking negatively. Like, when I have a difficult time deciding on something, but no one knows what the future holds. No matter how much you prepare, you can never really be sure what'll happen. So in situations like that, I think the most important thing you can do is believe. You have to think positively and trust that the future will smile upon you. The thing is, I'm not sure I can do that.
It is a lot easier said than done.
I don't understand how it comes so naturally to everyone else. How are you able to tell yourself that things will work out in the end? see. You really are strong. I think I really admire that part of you. So, the reason I've been relying on you isn't just because you're our leader. It's because you're you. It needs to be you. You know, sometimes I think to myself, once I learn how to cook and I've paid you back for your help, will that be the end of us spending time together like this? Thank you. But I'm sure there are lots of other people who depend on you, right? I can't get in the way of that. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so depressed. Oh, look at the time. We should start heading back. Hey, do you mind if we'd make a small detour? I want to buy some ingredients. I think I'll tackle making Koro-chan's dinner today.
Alright. Paring knife. Candy bit.
Welcome back.
Well,
Nice.
first things first. I definitely that
Goodbye. Great.
I get why. Is I don't remember if I actually planted this, but it seems I didn't. Let's plant that. We'll be ready in 12 days. Hopefully that won't too much impact on my SP recovery. Do I have matured. I don't think we have anything to just be so. Could give honors on a supplement Getsu now. Although that means sacrificing Swift Strike, but I think that's fine, honestly. We have Aki for strike damage. Not that worried about it. Okay, let me think.
How's everything going?
Alright, so I think what I'll do is head to Tartarus
Good day.
and we'll see.
Here are my requests. Wonderful. Of course. Oh my. Then, let us be off.
It's certainly something. Alright, let's go to Tartarus and we'll see if the lack of equipment upgrades has a significant impact.
Oh, hello. Ooh. Uh-huh.
Then let's head out.
Yes.
So, if the impact from the equipment is negligible, then that should be fine. And if it's not, then we'll need a hasty retreat. Alright, fortune, everybody's max HP goes up by 8. That's just good. Strength, everybody's maximum SP goes up by 5. It's also just good. Alright. This is still the ideal party. Rounds out our available physical attacks with these 3. Yukari simply has the best source of heals. On top of that, having Secunda isn't bad either. And with the, specifically with the crit bow increased, she has solid offensive options even when there isn't a good way to land a hit on a weakness. Akihiko now has his second theurgy, so you can target either all enemies for heavy damage or one enemy for severe damage, chance of shock. But also, the access to strike is good, and the one sort of difficult thing in terms of building a team is that nobody else has a strike attack type. Not since we lost Shinra. So, with these 3, the question is who rounds out the roster best. And I feel like if I'm not going to use one of the weapons that changes attack element for someone else, then it should be someone who does slash. Like, I could put in Amada if I were willing to get rid of the sort of light. And Amada's theurgies are also pretty good. I need to get that last skill up so that Spirit Refresh improves. Koromaru already has 2 theurgies that are both very good regardless of situation. So, with that in mind, this is the team.
We're counting on you, Koro-chan.
And it has been for a bit, but it is still.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Next rings. That was
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I'll take anything over the second area.
Oh, hello.
Let's keep going.
I want to grab all of these first. There's one.
Do you really think we'll be able to get rid of Tartarus?
We have to. We're the only ones who can.
Right, well, the shadows are still terrified of me, which bodes well for ease of exploration. Though it's concerning
Hey, there's a
another
treasure
aspect.
Alright, we have
Oh,
this should be a
shit,
good test of your strength. But don't get careless.
Light? Light, ice, or some kind of physical. Let's try light.
You're on a roll. Amazing!
Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards that.
You looked really cool out there, Koro-chan.
And the box says trio of topaz. Behind door number 2.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
What to do? Not that.
Strike attacks are no good here. Be careful. Now's the
What
time.
about
Time to shine.
I have a feeling that they're gonna be resistant to pierce as well. I think I've technically maxed out the pierce. It has.
Went great. You looked really cool out there, Koro-chan. Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Oh, well, I can find it. It's not very far. Right.
Still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Maybe lightning or strike.
What to do?
Let's try. Punching. Have 6. Now I have 4. Earth 2 is not a bad skill, but
A shadow.
the latest survey indicates they're afraid of us.
Looks like the enemy's weak to light.
Indeed they are. They're also weak to critical
Knock
hits.
one down. Concentrate down.
So I can't guarantee that every hit will be critical. May as well just take as many swings as
Teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next. Oh,
Stairs right here. That's fine. Yeah, I got work to do. And there's a monitor.
I'll be able to scan the enemy soon.
Could be better. Just a shot, right?
This should be a good test of
Not
your strength. But don't get careless.
Punch it. Shoot it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
You dodged it! That's our leader! Wait, this is bad, isn't it? Hurry-chan, don't let the fear get to you!
I don't know about Slash. Good and
I
scanning.
see. So this is what we're up against.
Alright, cut this one out, and then
Unrelated. Good point, Kuro-chan.
next enemy.
What to do?
Do I have
Some I'll go with.
Amazing!
will not help you as much as you might.
Don't let the fear get to you!
Third,
One step at a time.
zap him.
All enemies
That's what I like
defeated!
to see.
Good work out there!
Alright then, moving on. Where does the water from a waterfall flow? I guess there's no end to a person's curiosity.
Let's take care of the rare shadow first. Just don't wanna.
I think Kuro-chan found something!
It's a rare shadow.
Hey, let's get the jump on.
Got him.
That one's special! Take it down if you can!
Strikes. Hurricane implies that it might be able to do magic.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Let's try. Rock.
Good boy.
Topple two enemies!
Then Aegon. Arrow. Right. Your power. Let it reflect in. Okay. Back up. Not really. Oh, they don't do any kind of damage.
Wrong one. Be on your guard.
Oh, yellow. Fire, and I think.
Just topple two enemies! A strong one. Be on your guard.
I mean, a critical hit. Did.
Her leader took one out.
Regular hit. Dodge.
Good move, Kuro-chan. What next?
Guard, and you either get rid of it, or it becomes victim of the all-out attack. We'll take the fortune.
That went great.
Ideally, at this point, we
That
want
certainly went well.
the tower, the emperor, and the empress. So let's head back to the wanted door. I'll take on anything we see anyway.
3 targets. They're weak, but don't be careless.
Well, if I'm next, I can
I'm
look
still
away.
setting up. It'll
And
take
have
a little
that
more time.
So, we're more just guard.
Concentrate down.
Not enough.
Another vampire knocked an
20.
enemy down.
Thank you. Let's send this. Starve or something. What is my current status? Ton. It doesn't matter. I want a lot of non-elemental. Speed ransom. Weak to pierce, but I think I might have a card that fixes that. This is not bad. It's got a lot of utility and that's not bad.
Doesn't look like we'll be needing a 10 count.
Doing pretty well.
I did. And getting close to that moment.
Hit 'em
3
hard
targets.
fast.
They won't know it hit them.
Well, I'm gonna pretty much leave it up to you.
Best bet for me.
We'll drop lightning on all 3 of them.
I've been waiting for this. Let's get in there. We cannot pass this up. Justice is served.
Wind boost.
I'll keep fighting for him.
Let's,
We opening this door?
yeah. Let's do
All right. There's one enemy.
easy They're weak to slash. That is a very unfortunate set of circumstances.
Nice reflexes, you Party-chan.
We're pretty close to a new moon.
Nice one, leader.
This is
They resist arrow. Take neutral from.
Good boy.
That looks like well, if this doesn't finish it off, I'll just throw guard nine at him. Where's it go down?
I have to do this.
They're immune to that.
Step at a time.
What about lightning? Not immune to that one. That's
I like to see.
Good job, everyone. Oh, hello.
Let's get on up the stairs. Growls until it makes eye contact, so then it fries and
Three targets. They won't know it hit them.
fire,
One shot.
and then press to...
Koro-chan just toppled two enemies.
Let's grumble. I'll take care of this. Let's do it. Caesar! We can't slow down now. Don't pull any punches. Better knockout blow.
Let's...
This is over. Good teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next.
Got him.
Strike attacks are its weakness. Just try punching it.
I'm sure... Oh, well,
Koro-chan knocked one down.
Ready whenever. Let's grumble.
That was awesome, Sonata-senpai.
We cannot pass this up. Better grip
figured at some point it would just come around to Akihiko's turn anyway, but I'm just going to get the opportunity to hit him for free. I'll take it. Is my source weapon? What skills do you have? Antaru, who also technique. Sure. It's not one of the ones that I've been holding on to for stats, so I think it's
Doing pretty well. Oh no!
the dark zone.
You can do it, Koro-chan! Koro-chan spotted the enemy!
Yeah, well, they clearly don't see us.
We've
I'll
got the
start
upper hand.
preparing the analysis. I've already scanned this one.
Check
Looks
that
like the
one.
enemy's weak to light.
Yeah, alright. Well, I'll hit this one and then it's up to
Nice one,
Down.
leader. I'll take it from here.
Jab
Sonata-senpai knocked his enemy
and
down.
Xeon.
Let's do it. Caesar!
That was awesome, Sonata-senpai!
Everyone, follow my lead. Better grip. Put you down. Keep fighting.
I don't even know if I have this on social link. I do. Slave down. I do not have the templates. Something I was thinking about. Or the moon. Let's just get the box on the stairs and this. Oh, right, there are more Twilight fragments in this.
I think Kuro-chan found something.
I forget, there's actually more than just a tactical advantage.
Leader, something dangerous is approaching.
What? Oh.
Is this reading the Reaper?
Damn it. We can't fight now.
Up the stairs then.
You can do it, Kuro-chan.
Hmm. The Reaper is getting a little trigger itchy. At least it was on that it's
I'll
irritating.
start preparing the analysis.
Try again. Oh, that was a big hit. Take the
You look really cool out there, Kuro-chan. No way! I can't believe
it is tenacious, isn't it? However, do not see it. And presumably it's gotta be just...
Damn, it's up for blood.
Yeah. You have that gem that guarantees escape. Success. So part of me just wants to challenge the thing. I feel like that's just a bad idea. I mean, there were certainly times in... Like in Royal, it was something you could do in endgame. And in 5, you could take advantage of the season. I don't have those options. I'm just not a high enough level right now. On top of that, I'm not as well geared as I could be.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, could you...
Yes.
It was a good action when encountering it.
Another day on the job.
It is an Emperor Beetle. Don't know anything about
Be
it.
on your guard.
Maybe dirt. Good neutral. Let's go with the zombie. Oh my god.
Slashing won't work. Don't bother with swords.
Okay. So it doesn't resist.
This enemy? I see. So this is what we're up against.
Well. Bad news for you. I have 2 enemies that can light you up. Akihiko, probably 2. like that.
Too slow.
Impressive footwork, Sonata-senpai. Radiant light of life, shine upon us all.
Oh, we're gonna switch to Orpheus. And the correct answer is Overlord.
Nice one, leader.
Here we go.
In this situation, strike attacks are no good here. Be careful.
Could potentially score a critical hit. Nobody's in dire health. In your case, the answer is very simple. I don't want him to hit hard with his hits. No, we're gonna get rid of him.
Nice one, leader.
He has no chance of knocking me down. Right? The fact of the matter is, I just need to make sure that he don't do any kind of real damage.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
And that's the tower. Tower's good.
Oh, hello.
Hierophant is also very useful. It was actually a tough choice. Orpheus has growth too, so he's gonna passively gain experience either way. It would make more sense to give that advantage to something like the Cross, doesn't it? Hopefully we're not about to run face the Reaper, because that would be unfortunate. Well, there's a lot of floor to explore. Let's try and nab everything before we head to the exit. We do come face to face with the Reaper. We do still have those gems that we can escape, so I think we'll be fine.
I'll start preparing the analysis.
I'm pretty sure the statues are the
Good
Girls,
boy.
we knocked one down.
I don't remember if it's literal punching or lightning red. One of the two.
Sonata-senpai knocked an enemy down.
Can't slow down now. Don't pull any punches.
Just
Put you down.
and the hermit. Take the XP. The issue.
Like we'll be needing a 10 cap.
The issue with the hermit right now is I don't want to lock out
You
my
look
chances
really
of
cool
getting
out
the
there,
Emperor.
Goro-chan. Is
The
this
Empress.
reading the Reaper?
Wait, he is really out for blood right about now. But more importantly, you all are not
They got the jump on you.
nearly as frightened as I was
Saw
expecting.
that coming.
Yeah.
You dodged it. That's our leader.
Mm, yeah.
Sonata-senpai's been knocked down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to heal. Dodge. Alright, so we'll need a hookie's turn. That's fine. We'll do. Here's what we'll do. Let's shift over to Yukari. Yukari will use Meteor Armor, which should increase her theory gauge by a substantial amount.
Thanks.
And it's something I was gonna do after the fight anyway.
One step at a time.
Sure. Unless you want to myself. Let's drop these guys and see what goes. Hopefully the Reaper isn't going to make significant progress. That would like that.
I'll keep fighting. For him. That's
I'd also
what
like
went
to
well.
open boxes. Silver quartz. Good. Flash bread, which is nice. There's no question. There. Which is also exactly the direction I need to go, so we're going to be doing a roundabout. Sorry. I went the wrong way. Twice. I think technically I went the right way the first time. I went the wrong way. Alright, you did not notice me. Also concerning. It's not effective again. Do it again. Certainly is excessive, but I think it just means I need to get Chroma.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
We have time to do that because the Reaper is some spinach. Now, let's get the border field.
Powerful enemy spotted. Please be careful.
Not border field.
Leader.
That actually does work best most of the time, but it does depend a lot on
How are you?
the strategy is. Let's boost. What if this is anything like the last trio? One of them is going to be a buffer, one of them is going to do primary damage, and the status ones. These two are the same.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Bro, alright, those two. Not like to slash. No rocket project.
I'm ready.
Not weak to light. He is weak to strike.
You take this.
Okay. Go ahead and throw my drone again.
Good boy.
Suppose if I'm getting technical, I could have gone for medium, but that one, that one seems like a stretch.
Down on my knees here.
They're not doing much damage at all.
Okay? You think you can hit me?
Oh, that's true. We did.
Strike attacks are its weakness. Just try punching it.
Is it weak to pierce? No. Critical.
Enemy down.
Hmm. Actually, whose turn is next? Do we have an item that's gonna remove their defense boost? Because I'm gonna be honest, really don't want that. We have a couple of these. We'll use one here.
The dizziness hasn't worn off yet.
Yeah.
Nice one, Cormario.
Maybe I should use his other thing here. Goes to the physical boost. The attack up,
Somebody's stunned.
I can live with.
Should I scan on this enemy?
Mm, I think I know what to do.
I'll go with Oni.
That should basically just put you back at the neutral.
What next? Should I scan on this enemy?
Go for the critical hit. Did not get it. Here's okay. It is one though. Let's try and remove one of you from the equation. We get the one more afterwards. I'll use my there you go. Activate resolution. The fact that he used concentrate means he's not going to be a physical attacker.
Nice reflexes, Yukari-chan. Darkness seems effective here.
What to do?
It may be, but we're going to do this. Is the other thing that's effective is punching and scoring critical hits. So
Only two left. You've got this.
it should result in an all-out attack that removes the That's annoying.
But not down.
It's payback time.
Well,
Back in this situation.
you will pay him back by healing off the damage he dealt.
Appreciate it.
Not glamorous. It is extremely useful. Put this guy on the floor, please. Thank you.
Good boy.
Knocked one down.
I'm good to go.
Great. I would like you to sock him in the jaw. You're free to pick which jaw, as long as he has a broken jaw. Right. Well, the restoration, the accuracy,
That's a win for the
defense
team.
is
Good job, everyone.
not actually important when we play down. The absence of a shuffle time is disappointing.
Yes.
Nope. Let's keep moving along.
Whenever I look at Koro-chan, I feel like I can do anything and everything.
That's a good boy. Hero's cape. Nobody wants it. Or is it doesn't seem doesn't seem to be an effort. Only it's all yours. How good is the parry? Random ailment. I'd rather have a shift some magic. So the accuracy drop is a little steep.
You can do it, Koro-chan!
Before we proceed, let's from our it's putting in a lot of work. Gotta keep that strength up.
Hey, have you ever been to a club? Isn't it kind of scary to walk into one?
Well, as you can see here, the certified badass. Absolutely not.
There's a shadow!
They still okay. For the most part, they're still doing this.
Is that treasure?
It's not guaranteed. There was the one that actually charged us. The Reaper is not
So
exactly.
this is where the stairs were.
Not that I'm complaining. It is so good. They're modded.
Um,
Oh wow. I paid more attention. Really should have paid more attention.
good move, Koro-chan! Good move, Koro-chan!
Order. Not. Well, it's not going to be weak to wind. It uses wind as a
Be a
weapon.
good test of your strength. But don't get careless.
Ice. It's weak to ice. I don't have that. I don't have an item, and you don't have the ability to do it. So I just need to use blood blast on my turn.
Pretty good hit.
Just... Alright. Here's what you've been asking for. Instant death.
Whoa, calm down!
instant. All the dressing, right? Honestly, glad that Akihiko didn't toss anything away. How do turn counters actually? It has potential. It
Good
can
teamwork,
be very
everyone. Now on to the next.
damage is always good. Your damage increase is also
Try to open as many chests as you can. I'm sure there'll be all kinds of useful items inside.
I wonder who's been placing them here. Assuming it's all purple.
well,
Three targets! They won't know it hit them!
starting to have fewer enemies that are just automatically threatening us. Reflects dark.
Has no effect on this enemy.
Blade is one of its forms of attack. I can't imagine it would be. Sand lasers, but I don't think that's relevant here.
I'm still setting up.
Just punch everything.
Sonata Senpai knocked an enemy down!
Don't pull in
The Akihiko Sonata solution. Punch it. Unfamiliar enemy. Punch. Door that won't open. Punch.
You looked really cool out there, Koro-chan. Hold up.
So far, please.
Yes.
Another day on the job.
Challenge you for ownership of your stuff. It's called Death Castle. Don't like that.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. The strong one, be on your guard.
Punch it. Not weak to being punched.
That's just unfair. The enemy seems impenetrable to piercing. Analysis complete.
It's well, at least I'm up next. I'll make this less frustrating. Give Akihiko a chance to knock him out with a critical hit.
Yuji, I think I can use it now.
No, it's more than welcome.
Strength. Now.
Here you don't like it cold. They should be immune, so there's that.
I'll take care of this.
Alright, let's let everybody get a triple boost. So you have a high chance of shocking him. If you shock him, then with your next punch,
They've been shocked. They're wide open. Now's the time.
yep. Meteorama's only restore 3 every turn. Alright, he's shocked. So he's probably not capable of doing anything in response. I actually just want to have Akihiko knock him out.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
You have the option. Emperor. Emperor is one of the highest priorities for
Oh, hello.
now there's a flat offensive increase for my persona. So you've hit 50 magic, which is good. You've hit 57 strength. You're at 58 magic, which is good. This is good. This is all very, very good. I think seeing as spells don't have critical chance, getting resist dark, resist lightning, it's probably going to be more useful and apt people later than boots. Or just Augie. I only have Augie right now because it's a cheap option and I don't make the damage from Augie a lot. Do I have the resistance cards? I genuinely don't. This could also be. We have resist fire. We need other elements. The implication is that it exists. We also have recursive, which I don't actually know if I want to put I want to focus on dealing maximum fire damage rather than being able to be at least not easily. Let's head down to the loop. Should be able to find out pretty quickly if the Reaper's still harming us.
I'll start preparing the analysis. I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Burn.
Corruption just toppled 2 enemies.
What to do?
Much as I would like to continue using Odin in this situation, we need Buford.
Amazing, you're on a roll.
I don't have it. Who gets charged? Charge is very good. We don't have the moon. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get the moon. So may as well just also registered it since it's less.
Going pretty well.
There's a shadow.
Did not get it from the side.
I'm still setting up. It'll take
We're
a
gonna have to
little more
push
time.
that one. Not that Aki could go with one good.
Neural will not one
Although, it always raises my curiosity. Does it need to be punched or can it be slashed? It probably reflects all forms of magic and is weak to physical damage. Probably only the two of them will do it. Doromaru's immune. We need...
That certainly went well.
Hey, there's a treasure chest.
The ideal is that we get the Empress within our next three...
There's a chest.
Within our next three Arcana. That shouldn't be impossible.
I think Kurocha.
Hit him
I'll
hard
start
and fast.
preparing the analysis.
Good
Kurocha,
boy.
knock one down.
The Justice. Justice is a powerful card, but it can also result in me having unmarkable. Is that good? I'm genuinely not worried about it. I don't think there are many
That
circumstances
certainly went well.
where I'll have to take something I don't want. Alright, let's rush the stairs. We'll try to ambush any shadow being by and large, we should be fine.
A shadow.
Play target. They won't know it hit them. There's one to stop the two enemies.
Ready whenever. Yeah.
I've already scanned this one.
I wasn't sure if it was thunder or physical, but
I've been wet. Don't pull any punches. Justice is served.
and not to put too fine a point on it, but or even would they run in these circumstances? We already have yes, but our theater should be I'll take a second one.
I'll keep fighting.
Yes, I have a
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
Reaper is not work on this floor. On this set of floors, really. I wonder if that's just
Keep your eyes peeled.
something that's stopped with the last
A shadow.
card.
Hit him hard and fast.
I've already scanned this one.
Right. Well,
Naruto knocked one down. Naruto knocked one down.
this will hit him with blue.
Nice one, leader.
Koro-chan. Good boy, Koro-chan. You're working so well with the rest of the team.
Really is invaluable.
Powerful enemy spotted.
Caught him by surprise.
I'm detecting a surge of power. Be careful.
Specializes in fire. We'll try to hit it with ice, but it reflects slashing moves.
Does it work?
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time. Pull the trigger. Yo!
Right, concentrate and then power on its
Strike attacks are no good here. Be careful.
yeah, what can you tell me about
I
this?
see. So this is what we're up against.
Well, you would have to use
I'll go with.
SP to not hurt yourself.
Can't afford to lose.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
I've been wet. We cannot pass this up.
Yukari-chan's in trouble to do this. Do you have a chance to heal?
fortunately, we can afford to.
Appreciate.
Okay.
Slashing won't work. Don't bother with swords. Slashing won't work. Don't bother with swords.
You could always shoot at it on her turn. It doesn't need to heal. I think that's a marginally better choice than doing nothing. This should make that more effective.
You dodged the attack.
I'll take care of
Nice
this.
one.
Okay.
Let's finish him off. Everyone, follow my lead.
On a critical hit, this should accelerate, but
I've already scanned this one.
I obviously can't tell from this if it's immune to poison. Nope. Heard of that then?
Can't move down just yet. Yukari-chan,
One step
are
at
you
a time.
okay?
Well, I was gonna say if this doesn't do it, then should be the all-out attack damage can be useful, but it does mean that if I get another Arcana, then I don't need I'm just with it. So we'll take Neuroslashing Coins.
Yukari-chan, are you okay?
It's alright, she has a lot of SP. So much that I can afford to double the amount she's spending on heals, and it's really not that much.
Powerful enemy spotted.
I mean, we can, but have like fairly substantial portion of SP items. Keep not only Korachon, but yourself as well. Speaking truly from the heart, I don't think we really need to do anything back, especially not right now. I'm not, like, regardless of circumstances, I'm not about to. It just seems like a bad idea. However, still federal.
Yes.
Let's take it down.
All right. It's a strong one. Be on your guard.
Right. Dancing beast whale doesn't really give us any indication. It does have bright colors, so maybe dark. Resist light, which I was expecting.
Saw that coming.
Dodge.
Dodge the attack.
Punch. Hit him.
Focus.
Critical.
One more. All right.
Let's take advantage of the situation to just hit it very hard. Let's study the thing. Has no weaknesses. It is resistant to light. Circumstances like this, the best thing to do is unleash full power. Hit it as hard as we possibly can.
I'll go with
The howl will boost my next physical attack. Whatever that ends up being. I don't like that.
Let's give it win this.
I really. No, I'm not okay with that.
Guess what the doctor ordered?
I have to do this.
Sekunda would be nice here. And then we'll have Koromaru use Revolution. I will use Rakunda. And then we'll start the counteroffensive. With all of your defense down, our attack up, increased critical hit chance. Even if you don't inflict shock here.
They've been shot. They're wide open. Right about this. No shadows detected.
That is a ridiculous amount of damage. Does mean that Koromaru is dead. Agidan. Agidan's a good ability, but it's makes more sense if I'm able to give it to Orpheus with his fire burst.
Hey,
Yeah, actually.
isn't that right?
Don't mean to get you. Circumstantial. I think we're doing okay on this one.
Hey, that looks like a rare chest.
Parkinson's 2, and the rare one has. A weapon points. Let's get up the stairs.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
If it's not dead ahead, then I don't know where it is. There it is.
A shadow. We got the initiative. They don't seem very strong.
Maybe a win.
I'll take care of this.
Is a solo.
I have to do this.
Well, it's about to.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
Get the white rider. You get resistant dark. So just a minute. Not too many things. So let's grab both of those. Current strength does shift. Not really providing a whole lot. Mega. We'll switch out that.
Perhaps.
Good control. I've already got all the goodies here, so let's just make use of the claw. And sorry. Right. Let's go with Mitsubishi. That'll inadvertently
Welcome back.
mean that Koromaru is not in the rotation. Alright. So we're going to adjust anyway. We'll pull Yukari temporarily in favor of Ken and Mitsubishi. Should bring them up in line with the rest of this team.
What?
Haven't noticed. Wait a minute. I can see it.
This is probably a dumb question.
I walked into it. Wasn't even a good swing.
Great targets. They're weak, but don't be careless. I'm still setting up.
Weakest
It'll take a little more
forward,
time.
but we have Mario. I think technically just like that instant. Alright. Muzzy younger. Let's just get the pictures. And
I've learned a new skill.
considerable. I don't think you really. Neuro slash medium slash all those like think 30 strong. Let's go with 3 dice. If you don't, can replace people. That is. Okay.
I'll be a better fighter with this.
Petrocon is good. Samarcon is good. Vial of Swords. Dodges to genuinely Tetracron and Macaracron are okay. But well, I think we'll pass on that.
Perfect. Just what we hoped for. That one looks really strong.
And we got it. I didn't catch it by surprise though.
It's dangerous. Stay on guard.
There's a lot of them.
What to do?
So let's open with fire. Then we'll move over to Alice.
Here, G. I think I can use it now.
I mean, there's no chance he's gonna be weak to electric, right? Like his thing. So I would highly suggest you punch him.
And now,
Probably try.
I'm ready.
Try Bufudan.
Should I scan on this enemy?
Yeah.
I see. So this is what we're up against.
Quick wind. Which you technically just never do.
Yes! This is your chance for an all-out attack!
Now you made it. Stop struggling.
And the lightning ball. Hit.
Good work, Sonata-senpai! Range is the way to go!
I'll hit them where it hurts.
Not really an option.
How about
See if we can just press it. Switch back to Oni. We're gonna use Oni.
all enemies defeated? Good work out there!
And still not the Empress. Unless you don't do this thing. Maybe it looks
That was a good workout.
There is no television. So I can press forward with this part of the game. It should be fine since Monado is capable of. No. And there's a television.
We got the upper hand.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
I'll go in.
I will try slash, and then I will.
Excalator took one out.
Promptly pass to
I can take
get
over
rid
any
of the
Excellent
triangle.
choice. This will do the trick.
Yep. Icing. Surprisingly, it resists.
Don't get careless. I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more
What's the
time.
plan?
Right. Stress results in more critical hits.
You dodged the attack. Nice one.
In turn, results in all of it. In turn, results in shuffle. Oh, that's still not the case. Still the case.
Doesn't look like we'll be needing a 10 count.
That certainly went well.
I'd agree. Probably. Alright, the monitor has to be this one. And we can use the teleporter afterwards.
It's a treasure chest.
Scott
Oh, a door. I wonder what's behind it.
Well, I'm about to introduce you to the unpleasantness that awaits.
I've got this.
Hold on, not quite.
Oh, hello.
I want to use Silvidor first.
I've got this.
Yeah, we've got this.
All right.
That one, I feel like we
This shouldn't be
just,
a problem.
I'm still setting up. It'll
that
take a
would
little
be
more time.
correct.
He's gonna win this.
Good. Right into the first.
Well done avoiding that, Amada-kun.
Done it, and then Mitsuru should be able to just achieve the same effect as a regular attack.
Keep it together.
Doesn't have any impulse.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
And now,
Go for Krogan. I don't know that it'll be ineffective.
I'm ready.
At the very least, worth a shot. I get stabbed.
Now's your chance.
Here we come. Now bring it on. Stop struggling.
The fuck?
Hurry, don't have lights down. Someone do something.
Yeah, we have a reason to use the thing.
Oni! Nice one, leader.
on this.
Well, I don't know about that, but you will keep him
Now
from
you're done.
having stabbing results.
The enemy's
And now we'll beat him for the show.
executed.
Alright, what's on? Maximum HP. We'll take this and we'll take I don't have a temperance, so there isn't a whole lot of it. Top of that, sir, he does provide
C'est magnifique.
and don't engage it.
Oh, hello.
Did indeed. Hopefully, I don't get anything I don't want in terms of our I have to take. Alright. Let's keep pushing ahead.
Hey. Could it be?
There's a Groovy shadow. Okay, well.
By the way,
Let's choose it. Let's try left. Let's try right.
Yes.
Left and right. Oh. Worked out. Twisting around.
All right.
Let's do this.
A
Another
rare
day on the
enemy.
job.
It'd be great if we can defeat it.
Best bet.
Zap him. Might be weak to lightning.
Can't slow down. We cannot pass this up.
Well, he's in for a good surprise.
What to do?
My turn. Then Mata's turn.
The enemy line.
He's not really vulnerable to
Persona's
that.
ready. Now, let's finish this. There's no delay. Stop struggling. One more.
I'll take care of this.
Just punch him.
Let's keep this momentum up.
No shadows detected.
Silver medal.
Looks like I'm getting even stronger.
So far. It ends, okay.
Amazing!
Not bad.
All right.
Nothing else really on the floor, so.
Best to stay on your toes here.
Said there was a guardian not
Try
far
opening.
from here.
We could take our time exploring if it weren't for the Reaper showing up.
It's true.
Enemy spotted. Let's take him down.
This one's not intimidated by us.
Follow
There are
my
two
lead.
targets.
Punch him.
I'll go with.
You will burn.
Nice one, leader.
Okay.
All enemies defeated. Good work out there.
This. Yes.
Now then, let's get back to work.
Different orphans is always a good thing. One is not far from here.
There's a chest. But
I'm not afraid of this either.
I'll start making the analysis.
Punch him.
what to do?
It would be wishful thinking. Flash
I'm ready.
I'll
I'll show you.
Pretty good hit.
You dodged it. That's our leader.
Right, we should end this.
This should be a good test of your strength. But don't get careless.
Right, well, you are not going to be weak. The options are basically like three of those are out of the Mason Dark.
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
Meant purely in the sense that
Went
the
off
highest
without a
number.
hitch. Let's get.
I wasn't actually expecting it to be perfect. Moving on.
It's a treasure chest.
No, no. It's our treasure chest. That's really the three tokens.
Shadow up ahead.
I won't miss my
Mine's
chance.
still setting up. It will take a little more time.
What to do?
Active on one of you, at least.
That's an enemy down.
Absolutely worthless.
I'll go with.
Well,
Never mind.
pass.
Good to go. I'm on it.
We're just gonna.
Let's go!
Word.
Does it work? Now let's... Everyone, follow my lead. Better
Alright, well that one's stunned. Guessing Zia twice.
Last one. Stay focused. You can't slow down. Don't pull any punches. Time to put you down. I'll keep fighting for him.
That was excellent leadership. Keep up the good work.
Not a back attack.
This seems effective here.
Well, he's weak against Darkin Fire. Unfortunately, those aren't
This
working.
work?
Tetrakarn would be very useful. Tetrakarn would be very useful if I think it was going to. It was with a shed.
This isn't good.
Don't like.
You're hurt. Do you have any healing?
I do.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Okay.
You're hurt. Do you have any healing?
Let's try to settle
I'm
this.
still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
No way you're gonna be weak.
I'll hit them where it hurts.
So let's see if we can't just. Okay, so you're weak to dark and you're distressed. That we might be able to. At the very least, I should be able to pass the torch.
Our leader took one out.
What to do? Never mind.
We don't have.
Something else. Do it.
I'm on it.
The enemy's turn is coming up. Heal now while you still can.
Persona's ready.
Yep, Meteorama.
That helps.
There we go. And he picked the target.
We're just getting started.
Oh, punch him.
That's what I like to see.
Throw another Meteorama. Seeing as I'm the only one who benefits from
A victory well earned.
it. Yeah, but poorly planned.
On the stairs.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Never enough.
There's a shadow. The decor here.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
They're all weak to dark.
Nice one, leader.
This thing's much more convenient. What is How do you do the things?
I'm always happy to team up with everyone.
Grab the-
We don't see that kind of chest often.
Excellent enemy.
We have the
We've got
advantage.
the advantage. Don't hold anything back.
We can play it. Let's actually. Miragi is sure, as long as it hits both the targets we need it
Two enemies down. Do this. Yes. For my friends.
to. Then we'll shift.
With Kiko, we can hit the enemy's weakness.
Let's give away this.
Zionga also cheaper than Zip in price. Though it may result in well. Evade slash.
Leader, you look really exhausted. Please consider coming back to the entrance.
Don't worry, I have just. Times like this. Uh,
There's a shadow.
well, there are also stairs. I'm gonna be honest. Kinda just want the
Stairs.
stairs.
Powerful enemy spotted.
11 floors to the river. Super elevated here.
yes.
Let's do this.
I challenge
Two enemies. You can do it.
you. Well, they're demented, but that doesn't really tell me very much. I don't like that.
And now,
How do you feel about Pierce?
try harder.
Her leader's been knocked down.
I need to switch away from.
I'm still setting up.
One step at a
It'll
time.
take a little more time.
Punch him.
The enemy seems impenetrable to piercing.
I would say.
Thank goodness. Now it's time for a counterattack.
Need to analyze this.
Okay, here's what I found.
Okay, so they're weak to wind,
I'll go with not that.
The enemy seems impenetrable to piercing.
which is bad news for them. Also bad news. Well, it's not much.
The enemy lines are broken. Now stop struggling. Her leader's been knocked down.
I don't particularly.
I've already scanned this one.
Keep it together.
Yeah. In your case, I would appreciate this right now because they've managed to get one of them. I'm not happy with that. Shoot yourself in the face.
Let's give away this.
Fire won't work. Be careful.
Actually, you can shock him, then I'll have some time to knock him down. worth a shot.
Kirito-senpai still can't move.
Right. Well, I can't do anything about that.
This is your chance for an all-out attack.
We will put as much damage directly into the face as we can. Oh, Tamada. There's a good damage.
Will this work?
Dakaja. I don't need buffs, right? I mean, it was funny when he punched himself in the face.
How should I kill? I'll go with. This is it.
Amazing.
Get ready.
If we can reduce it to one enemy, then we can start using cities.
And now,
McCarkern again. If he uses Ego, and I would prefer for him to shoot himself in the face. There's just something satisfying about that one. Can't explain it.
This work.
But again, it's just really fun. Alright, in your case,
I'll hit them where it hurts.
Racunda, yeah. You have no guarantees.
The enemy left.
Let's do it.
It can't be.
I'll end this.
Kirito-senpai.
Give her a second.
Just watch.
I mean, if he's just gonna charge up and try again, I think I'll just go for another Maguruma. See if we can't get the all-out attack to finish it. If we finish it with the all-out attack, we might get a shuffle time. Be nice. Did not. I guess Guardians don't open.
Oh, hi.
yes.
Yeah, let's push.
Hey, that looks like a rare chest.
I have the one. Alright. There's another monitor. And there's her shadow. Let's see. Onyx.
Look, there's a shadow.
Well, I've spotted the
Hey,
rare
that
one.
one's not like the others.
I lost sight of it. It's gonna get away. Alright, well, we lost that. I guess we'll just have to make a fight with the door. That's unfortunate.
We've got the
Alex
upper
wants to
hand.
go first. Two enemies. You can take them.
This work.
Thunder.
Good work.
Alright, well, offer him the alternative if you would.
Good work, Akihiko.
The choices are AoE lightning or slightly more painful. Either way, you're not walking away from that. No.
Keep fighting. For him.
I'm always happy to team up with everyone.
To the monitor. So, and another one of those beetles. I do not remember if they're life in here. So hopefully,
All right, let's do this.
This will be no problem at all.
He's gonna win this.
if you don't mind, could I do this? Going on.
Strike attacks are no good here. Be careful.
I'm ready.
His defense. And then on my turn, we will hit him with Cure. Fire.
The enemy lines.
Surprisingly, he's vulnerable. Right. Well, the problem is if you punch him, he's not gonna take any damage. We already have agility up, so there's no value in doing that. Go for shot. That would be valuable. Yes, can you show or see me? Because that way.
They've been shot.
What's the plan?
They're wide open.
Go for Bufudan. Do more damage.
I'll go with.
You're going to use Augie Loud. And hopefully they all out. First. Okay. Auto. Okay. And Revolution. Yeah, let's go Revolution. Out of ones.
Oh, hello.
I think that's where. Well. Right. Move forward.
Three targets.
Cut them
They
off
won't
guard.
know it hit them. The enemy's
Fire,
leave
ice.
them solid.
I'll go with.
Right, well, that's all.
That's an enemy down.
It's all you.
I grumble.
This work.
Oh, that was the wrong one. That's that on me. Oh well. So that's really he is actually turning terrorist.
Shall I move to strike? I'll show no mercy. This one! Amazing! Like fish in a barrel! Now let's get this. Out of my sight!
Deflect one physical.
Crushing victory.
Good teamwork, everyone.
Leave Orpheus and in terms of our personas, we have 158 strength and 158 magic. All things considered, that's very good. Look at stats here. 49, 51. 51 is like the highest, right? In terms of offensive stats. And Mitsuru is like a couple levels behind me. It just demonstrates in terms of power, we're basically
We won't hold back.
what about you? Lightning.
Am I up?
It's all you.
Grumble.
Right up here first.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Good work, Akihiko.
We cannot pass this up.
Oh, okay, defeat next one. Good work out there.
Potential to I think we can replace that. Yeah.
Sanada-senpai is running out of stamina. Be careful.
Don't worry about me. Let's go.
Honestly,
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Follow my lead.
They're weak, but don't be careless. That's an enemy down.
Ready whenever. Do it. I'll take it.
alright, you don't have the do you? Well, actually, I don't need it.
I'll tear you apart. Let's keep this momentum up.
No status detected. Sanada-senpai is running out of stamina. Be careful.
Don't worry about me. Let's go.
No matter the situation, a single mistake can cost you your life. Never let your guard down.
And the thing is,
That chest looks like it's worth opening.
we're low on items. I was genuinely considering just taking the teleport. dreading. Or at least let us stay a little more. I want to find the enemy guarding the border floor.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
That should come with a two-way teleporter. That'll enable us to jet to safety.
Look, there's a shadow.
That's basically going to be the plan.
Oh, that treasure chest looks pretty rare.
We've got the initiative. They don't seem very strong. Your angel senpai's down. Someone do something.
I'll go with. Never mind.
All enemies
Alright.
defeated. Good work out there.
Ended this, using this. Alright, go for it. We're just literally heading right up the stairs, so I'll be long.
Oh, hell up.
There's a modded door, which we're honestly going to skip because I don't need Arcana Burst.
A shadow. What will you
I
do?
already have it. We're going around it.
Sometimes it's better to take action instead of overthinking, right?
That's right. If you don't take action, you won't see results.
Stairs.
I think we're starting to get somewhere.
If we're talking about Charteris,
There's a shadow.
I genuinely think there's no
Is
way
there an
around.
infinite number of shadows? Or are new ones constantly being created?
It doesn't matter to me either way.
This is the one I don't think.
That might prove to be a difficult fight.
That's why we're not worrying about it right.
There's a treasure chest over there.
There'll be a time I will go back and just
There's our way up.
right now. I'm just looking for the next two-way checkpoint. Also, there's still plenty of enemies that are
I'm sure wearing sunglasses here would make it easier on your eyes. I don't have any on me though.
appreciate the sentiment.
Found the stairs. Wanna climb up?
I think it depends on which section of Tartarus one's in.
Oh, there's a
Um,
treasure chest.
That would be, especially if we ended up in the back. Where would that
Will I take over the family business? I must consider this carefully.
I'm sure you have options. That's not what we want to do.
There's a shadow.
And there's stairs. And it's frightening us. And there's the treasure chest.
Hey, that looks like a rare chest.
In fact, they're all starting to be frightening us. Starbucks. Starbucks.
It's a
And now we're going up the stairs. Shadows in this area are
We
more
found the stairs.
vivid than I was expecting. I believe there's strong presence on the next floor. And then the border floor. Right now, we don't have a lot of SP. On top of that, we don't have much in the way of SP to cover things. So, that is where we're going to
Good day. Here are my requests.
stop for here.
Most excellent.
No,
Very well.
You have
Good day.
another...
I shall be waiting.
You wanna go to another... Okay.
Very well.
I'll do that at some point.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, that'll be it. Monday we'll get more equipment. And we'll see if there are more missing versions. See, let's hang out with Kisser. I think we left.
Listen,
What? Yeah.
right. Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back.
What is it? I genuinely don't recall. I have to check. We only have the one. I don't remember. No, so this one.
Alright!
It also is no space.
So, I was hoping you could watch me as I make the coffee.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, the beans are freshly ground and accurately measured. The water is about 90 degrees Celsius. Now, the pace and angle when pouring the water are really important. All right, here I go. Pour slowly and quietly in a circular motion. You'll know you're doing it right when it starts smelling really good. It's not exactly what you'd get at a cafe, but I think I've improved a lot. There's so much to consider when making coffee. I get why people are so particular about it. I know it's a bit weird to ask at this point, but when do you feel like drinking coffee the most?
Ordinarily.
Well, that does seem to be common for a lot of people. The taste and smell are a signal to start the day. It's sort of like flipping a switch in your head. When Mom was still alive,
I'm just not a
the house
mom.
used to smell like this every morning.
No caffeine usually results in this.
Now I realize how often she'd make coffee, even on days she was busy. I saw on TV the other day that smells and memories are linked closely together. The smell of coffee reminded me of my mom. But in your case, I wonder if it'll remind you of the times we spent here, drinking coffee together. In that case, I'd better practice and treat you to another cup while we still have time. It'd be pretty sad if you only remembered my coffee being bitter. I feel like I haven't gotten into something like this for a long time.
Well, given the circumstances,
I
I can
also
see
think it's
why.
helped me practice staying focused. Maybe it's because I've been doing it so diligently.
That's
Anyways, thanks a lot. Because of you, I think I understand the taste of coffee a little better now. Besides, if my mom liked it, I'm sure I will too. Oh, there's still more if you want a refill. I've gotten a lot better now, so I hope you'll join me again sometime. Next time, it's gonna be even better than it was today.
Oh. I guess the social points count for a lot, even if you get one in first. Why are you teaching this course? Where specifically? It would be one of these two. Though, it also depends a bit on the context. Because if he's talking about the... I mean, I don't think the Romans said 0, but it's either... oh, it's India. Wow, I'm absolutely off base there. A little too... yeah, it's...
Oh, welcome.
Let's...
So dance.
Be careful out. What do you got? Alright, I'll take that. Uh-huh. I got some stuff you might find useful. That what you want? Alright then. Running a little sale today. See if anything catches your eye. Everything look good here? Great. It's all yours. Alright then. Great. It's all yours. Everything alright then. Great. It's all yours. Everything look good. Great. It's It's all yours. As long as you need. Everything looked great. It's all yours. Everything looked alright then. Everything alright then. That what you want? Alright then. Everything looked great. It's all yours. That what you want? Alright then. Alright then. Well, look, as long as you need. Everything looked great. It's all yours.
Switch away from the whole in your case, there's about 100.
That what you want? Alright then. Everything was alright then.
Alright, after
Everything great. It's all yours. That which alright then. Everything look good here? Great. It's all yours. Everything alright then.
Alright.
You finished? Be seeing you.
Is let's go ahead and stick on the last one.
Um, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh. 154. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go through the Guardian,
I'm all ready to go. Let's get started.
and then I will do. I'll do 154 on the
Please,
grinding
be careful.
house.
How are you? Yes.
What percent is Orpheus doesn't start this party composition.
Let's do this.
We won't hold
Enemies,
back.
be careful.
Servant of Observer.
It's a strong one. Be on your guard.
Let's just open. It is perfectly comfortable, and we need it dead as soon as.
Amana's
Persona's
poisoned.
ready.
You need to cure him.
Well, you don't have the ability to cure yourself, except potentially with an item.
One enemy down by Amana-kun.
Go ahead and
Can I use this?
speed again, but we know what it's weak
Predict if I harder.
Well done avoiding that, Amada-kun.
to. You're weak to light. You wait up. You absorb fire. We're very lucky.
Nice. Now's your chance.
Just knocked down 2 enemies.
Time to shift. I got this. Keep it together.
Go ahead and drop it
Now.
there.
Now's our chance. Let's do this. All right.
Better
No,
go, Lucy.
stop struggling.
Alright. My turn, we have options. The problem with my options right now is I don't want to. We're pretty close to a noon moon, so I'm perhaps a little too comfortable with investing my own health in doing
It's all you.
I'll take care of this.
training.
This will do the trick.
You've got this.
I'll show
My
you.
choices.
One target remaining.
1 enemy eliminated.
Good to go.
Let's change that. Leave it to me.
Alright, Koga on again if you
Persona's
can.
ready. Let's go. Power next.
Let's finish this.
Now we'll finish you.
Alright, there we go.
Fair and square.
Good job, everyone.
Fives all around. Well done.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, we're doing really well. Alright, let's see what kind
The
of
shadows are getting even more powerful. We need to get stronger too.
He's right there. Alright, so we don't have. Let's. Not lost a lot of SP. I think we'll be.
Powerful enemy spotted. Please be careful.
Alright. Sulfador, please. Make me a lot more confident about our eyes. Let's re-equip Orpheus. We have more agility going into this fight. The odds are actually pretty good that it doesn't have any weakness in particular.
I've got this.
The odds are also pretty good that on its turn, it's going to use something like Revolution. So we're going to cut into his defense. Pleasure to be
That's gonna hit me.
Kirijo Senpai's down. Someone do something. Kirijo
Oh,
Senpai, someone help her.
you don't cut into his attack. And we'll have a murder.
Will this work? Help us. Call an enemy.
Appreciate it.
You'll pay for that.
Kirijo Senpai's
I'll hit them where it hurts.
Go ahead and go with
Go
the
for
gun.
it. That's us a leg up.
I didn't think so.
A strong one.
What
Be on your
is-
guard.
Right. It has no weaknesses. Physical is fine. We're gonna go Motar Paladin and we're just gonna start swinging. Heat Riser. Alright, Amada, that means your job.
Let's go with this. Let's go.
Hopefully you're gonna be swinging.
I'll end this.
Dakota, just
Just watch.
we'll get rid of his one step buff.
will do the trick.
And then we'll cut into his defense. Right, I'm hoping he could use his revolution. But I'm not gonna count on it. I'm just gonna go straight in for the offense. His critical hit ratio is
And now,
mini rom, I think it is. Although next time I may just have you get rid of something. Petrified.
somewhere it hurts. Freeze! Stay where you are.
I mean, if free is here, we'll guarantee knockdown, but it's probably alright. No longer resistant. Looks like we got the critical hit, which will end the
That's a win
fight.
for the team. Good job, everyone.
Even if the hit itself didn't, it was going to enable an all-out attack. It absolutely was.
Good. This will make me more effective in battle.
Concentrate. Concentrate is. You don't need.
I'll be a better fighter with this.
I'm pass on because it's just very circumstantial. We're gonna move on.
Wow.
Well, it's actually really straightforward. And to our left, we have boxes
we'll
that
find
we
something
can't
good in there.
open. Well, this one we can, that one we can't. The right mounted passage that we...
Is that?
Yeah, we're not gonna explore that right now. There's a teleporter, and this should be a border floor.
This is.
It told us everything. This project is pure evil, but we have a single hope: power to control one shadow born from this universe. Okay. Yeah. So, if my interpretation is correct,
Good day. Are you accepting a request? Oh my, you've. Very well then.
that has to be the power persona. There really isn't anything else that is remotely equivalent. And it's the only thing that makes sense in the circumstance. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to handle a lot of the grinding elements off stream. And then I'll make a decision as to whether or not I want to do the mounted passage this time. It's gonna depend on what my SP and resources are looking like after trying to get the Arcana burst that I need. But I'll make that clear when I start next time, which may not. I don't know. May tomorrow, may not, for a little while. But I'll I'll schedule it if it's gonna happen. Have yourselves a wonderful day.